Hi, good morning. Today we are going to see about domestic and consumer appliances under the topic airline reservation. The objective: there are many systems using computer and telecommunication for special functions such as banking, transferring funds electronically, and booking hotels. Extensive use of telecommunications is found in worldwide airline reservation systems. Some of these have thousands of terminals, all obtaining very quick responses on communication links that circle much of the world. They employ most of the different communication facilities. There are three main objectives in designing a reservation system. First one is to improve the service given to passengers and potential passengers. Second one, to save staff in sales office and control offices where reservations are processed and space on aircraft control. And last one is to improve the load factor and flights. Function: most reservation systems use terminals with keyboard and screens. When a passenger wishes to make a booking, telephones the airline or walks into its office, he talks to an agent operating such a terminal. The agent does not use a timetable but obtain information about possible flights on his screen. The passenger might say, for example, that he wants to travel to Bombay on December 27th at about 3 pm. The agent keys in this fact in a coded form, and on the screen appears the four best flights with seats to fill the requirement. If for some reasons none of these is suitable, it can be instructed to scan outwards from this time and produce the next four flights, and so on. The screen tells the agent fares and all the other details he needs to know. When it has been agreed on which flight the passenger will travel, the agent then enters details about booking into the system. The passenger's name, home and business telephone numbers, ticketing arrangements, and other permission information are sent to the computer and stored on its disk file. The passenger checks that all the pertinent details have been entered. It makes various checks for validity. It may compare the name with other names to ensure that it is not a duplicate booking. Passenger may call later to confirm, change, or cancel a booking. This happens with the majority of seats sold. While a passenger is on the telephone, his detail will be retrieved from the system and the agent will make the desired changes. The appropriate seat inventory will be reduced when cancellations or changes are made. The system will check that this is a valid reduction, that the seat being cancelled has in fact been booked. The response time to the system to each agent's action must be low enough to permit efficient conversation with the computer while talking to a passenger on the telephone. In fact, on most working systems, the majority of the messages receive a reply in a second or two. Functions of an airline reservation system. Function 1: giving flight information to distinct sales points and especially answering requests about what seats are available. Function 2: centralized inventory control of seats booked and cancelled at a distant locations. This has been done without passenger's name being used, but to be done efficiently, these are needed to eliminate duplicate booking and invalid cancellations. Function 3: control of space allocation to offices not online to the computer or offices of the other airlines. They send telegraph signals to the computer and these may take many hours to reach it. From your knowledge of the booking patterns on given routes, allotments of seats to be sold by various offices must be set, and as the booking build-up status limits must be set. Function 4: mechanization of passenger files. These have previously been maintained manually in the sales office. To keep them in the files of the distant computer and maintain them in a real-time manner using the facilities needed for the preceding functions will give major labor cost saving and improve the service given to passengers. Function 5: waitlisting, reconfirmation, checking time limits, and other operation concerned with manipulation of the passenger flights. If, for example, a passenger does not reconfirm or collect his ticket when he sold, should the computer notifies the appropriate sales office. Function 6: provision of special facilities for the passenger such as renting a car or booking hotels in a distant location, providing a baby carrier, wheelchair, facilities for pets, and so on. Function 7. Message switching. Airlines need large message switching centers for routing offline teletype bookings and other messages to the control points. Many of the teletype booking messages will be from other airlines. A computer can be used for this as part of the reservation system. Function 8. Passenger check-in at airports. Manifests giving details of passenger are sent to the airport check-in desks. The check-in clerks have the facility to make inquiries on the distant computer and use this in allocating seats. Function 9. Load and trim calculations done in a real-time fashion just before the airplane takes off can be combined with passenger checking. Weights of passengers, baggage, and estimate weights of passengers are used for the calculations. The result determines last minute acceptance of cargo and passengers. Function 10. Cargo reservations may be also controlled by the system and the weight and approximate volume of cargo used in the load and trim calculations. On most airline reservation systems, most, if not all, of these functions are mechanized. The figure shows the worldwide CETA Data Network Society International de Communications Aeronautics operates the world's largest airline telecommunication network. The network covers 1,027 cities in 161 countries. There are some 28,000 terminals connected to the network. Some 15,900 airline and travel agencies are connected to the network. The main message switching and data processing centers are interlinked by a packet switched network operating at 56 kbps. Airline, travel agents, and so on gain access to the network via leased lines interconnecting them to their nearest CETA network. The majority of the interactive traffic is made up of inquiries to seat reservation and booking systems by travel agents and the like using terminals connected to circuits operating at 2400 or 4800 kbps. The network has two main data processing centers located in London and Atlanta. The center operates 13 independent application services with a separate database allotted to each service. The figure shows the CETA network. Thank you.